Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to United Sports Complex, the home of the 2025 Lacrosse World Series Championship, live right here on US Club Lacrosse YouTube. My name, Ryan Hulsebos. I'm joined by John Stone operating the camera, Tolo Rodriguez, your producer here this morning. It's early afternoon as we're underway. The first of two semifinals, the other going on the field behind us. Let me introduce you to our two teams. You've got Team 91, the Cyclones. They're in all white, won the opening face-off after that quick whistle. And in all orange, Long Island Express. So two Long Island powerhouses going at it here. And again, our semifinal winners will advance to the championship. Game to start at 2 p.m. Eastern time from Field 1 right behind us. And it's the Cyclones getting the goal scoring started. It's Kieran Wieserak, 7 in white, his 6th goal here of the tournament. And that'll give Team 91, the Cyclones, an early 1-0 lead. Right-handed shot sailed wide of the near pipe. Possession will stay right here with Express. From the far wing, middle of the field, Jack Kilfeather, left hand free, and he finds the back of the net. His 11th goal here in the week's tournament here in the Lacrosse World Series. His first goal of the afternoon, or I should say in our semifinal, would have to imagine, of the 9 goals that Express scored in their quarterfinal win over 3D Georgia earlier this morning. That game started at 8 a.m. Kilfeather, first goal here in the semifinal, gives Express a 2-1 lead. And Team 91 will settle in offensively, top of the restraining box. He's carrying to his right is Porio, Joseph Porio, 6 goals, and he's also tallied an assist here this week in the Lacrosse World Series Championship. Both Team 91 and Express representing Long Island. Here's Reagan down the right alley, double teamed, still has the ball in his stick with the stick in his right hand. He'll flip it off for Degenfelder. Back for Regan, 12 goals to go along with 5 assists here this week. Nobody picks him up. Skip pass to the top for Degenfelder. Adjacent to his left for Porio. Porio gets a step and his right hand loose. Looked like a stick side high over goalie Landon Tuthill. As that'll tie our score at 2. Porio, his 7th goal here this week in the Lacrosse World Series Championship Tournament. Representing Westchester County, Northern Jersey, a little bit of Connecticut as well. And Duke's Elite out of Philadelphia. Trail check after Team 91 able to win the faceoff. I think a behind-the-back pass found its way to Danny Denahan, his 17th goal here in this tournament, as Denahan gives the Cyclones a 3-2 lead. Express with the backup. Possession will stay right here as we approach 3 minutes to play here in our first quarter. A 3-2 Team 91 Cyclones lead. Cyclones in all white, Express in all orange. What a check-in ground ball by Matthew Zegers along our near sideline, wearing 36 in white. Finds a teammate in the middle of the field. That's Luca Rippey. And Rippey from the ground finds help. Degenfelder. Unsettled situation, and his shot saved by Tuthill. Not much change of plane, and Tuthill didn't really have to do much on that shot. Kind of found his stick. Quick outlet pass as Express across midfield. Ball in the stick of Kevin Whaley, all-world first team here in this tournament. His quick pass found the stick of Nico D'Alto, who was looking for his 7th goal of the tournament. Right-handed shot as he was fading away from the goal towards goal line extended along our near sideline, off the mark. However, the possession will stay right here with Express momentarily. Off the mark pass skips its way across midfield. And now Team 91, the Cyclones, an unsettled situation with the ball in the stick of Finn Regan. His right-handed shot, bounce shot, beats Tuthill. His first goal here in the semifinal, 13th of the tournament. And now a 4-2 lead for Team 91. As the Cyclones taking advantage of the Express mistake. It was as Express along the far sideline making their way, trying to get the ball back towards midfield. Pass off the mark, on the ground across midfield. Quickly, the Cyclones scooped it up, played it forward. And Finn Regan, 13th goal, 18th point over now 7 games for the Cyclones, who are perfect thus far. A perfect 6-0 through their previous 6 games. And now a bounce shot off the face-off win. Lucas Chung, the face-off man, his first goal of the tournament. And now a 5-2 lead as we approach 1 minute left to play in our first quarter. The Cyclones, they average just over 10 goals per game through their first 6 games here in the Lacrosse World Series Championship. Already 5 in our first now 10-plus minutes of play as we're inside a minute in our first quarter of action. And again, our first of 2 semifinals. The Cyclones racking up the hardware as we got a check in the middle of the field, turnover. And ball still on the ground, scooped up by Reggie Wenk, 5 in white. Across midfield, unsettled situation, a 5-on-3. Pass to our near sideline. Skip in front, finds the stick of Denahan. And number 97 in white nets his second goal here in half number 1. And a 7-2 lead for the Cyclones. 18th goal of the tournament, 22 points now for Danny Denahan. Split to his left, looking to the middle of the field. Puts the stick back in his right hand. Into the top of the restraining box for Ferrucci. Dylan Ferrucci to his right. It's matched up with Spencer Z. Bounce pass controlled by Wenk. Along the far sideline, he'll carry behind. Spin move on his defender. That's Tyler Cusimano. Gets a pick as he comes north of goal line, extended, and then he had way too much room along the far wing. There at about that 5-5, Reggie Wenk stings his 4th goal into the back of the net. Now 5 points for the midfielder wearing 5 in white. The Cyclones into the double digits, 10-4 lead as we're just over a minute into half number 2. Little goal line extended. Here's Morrow going to work on his defender. That's Nellis. Sticking his left hand, losing the angle. Shot saved by Guarino. Off stick side for William Guarino, holding the stick in his left hand. As Morrow got the stick back to his left hand and then tried to go up over the right shoulder of Guarino. Flag down along midfield from our near sideline official. Count 6 white jerseys, so I don't think it's an offsides to be called here against the Cyclones. Possibly a slash as Express made their way across midfield. 3:30 left to play in our third quarter. 10-5 lead for Team 91. Pass from Pizzi finds its way for C, and C as he gets taken off his feet. His 4th goal of the morning. Back down to 4 goals. A 10-6 lead now for Team 91. Ball on the turf across midfield for Express. Into the stick of D'Alto. One more for Malizia as Express allows the Cyclones to recover. Had an unsettled situation there. The Express opting instead, had the numbers instead of pressing the agenda. They want to slow things down, get their 6 offensive players on the field. Here's Z. Got him tallied for 4 goals here in our semifinal. Played off for a Pedisano. Back to Z. Bit of a juggle. He'll play it to his right. Inside for, I believe that was Malizia. One more. Finds the stick of Kilfeather, and Jack Kilfeather nets his 2nd goal of the morning. Back down to a 3-goal game. 10-7 lead for Team 91. As we'll see the replay here. There's Z bobbling the ball. Not too sure he wanted to put that on tape. That shot was sizzling his way. Ball to play along the far sideline. The possession to stay right here with Express. 6:30 left to play. Need to come up with 4 goals here. A good way to get started. Finn Pizzi, his 1st goal of the morning, 5th of the tournament, on the run, working east-west. Heard the thump all the way up here from our near sideline bleachers that we're in. What a goal there for Finn Pizzi. We'll see it again right here. Now Z behind, goal line extended. Dishes out to the far wing. Here's Pizzi, working east-west. Matched up with his defender, that's Korzenko. A step on his defender, and he slots it into the far high corner. Finn Pizzi's 2nd goal here in the semifinal, and it's a 2-goal game with 3:05 left to play. Inside 50 seconds, Long Island Express trying to get across midfield, but a great defensive play there. Korzenko strips it loose. Ground ball, Zegers. Looking for help. Finds it at midfield, but unable to control the pass was Levy. Ball on the ground, Express scoops it up. 30 seconds left to play. One chance here for Express, and that shot was off the mark. D'Alto looking for his first goal of the morning. Ball along our near sideline, out of play. Spencer Z wins the run out. Possession will stay right here. He has 4 goals here this morning. 15 seconds left to play. Ball on the stick of Malizia. 3 in orange. Working east-west. Right hand free. His bounce shot knocked down on its way to cage. Ball loose. 5 seconds left to play. Recovered by the Cyclones. Ball on the stick of the goalie Weybrecht. He'll send it towards midfield as the Cyclones, Team 91, will hold on. An 11-10 win here from the semifinal of the Lacrosse World Series Championship, as the Cyclones will stay undefeated, 7-0, and they'll book their ticket for the championship game to be played at 2 p.m. What a finish here from Field 2 in Downingtown, as the Express pushed their comeback bid all the way to the final whistle.